Right, and we are back. If you have just joined us, you are listening to Lusophonea on Afro Vibes Radio, and with me today I have Gisela Schilling.
That song that gets me every single time.
It never fails, huh?
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm doing this crying.
Yes, right. I just have a little sweat
in your eye. But you know what? Listen, Lusophonea will do that to you. You'll get your eyes sweating, and that's really the purpose of that. You miss Angola. I mean, we saw a lot of emotions going through you as the song was playing. For someone that has not been in their, I guess, in the country where they were born, what they at one point knew as their only reality, right, for 20 years, what do you miss the most?
The family.
Family.
I had to watch my grandmother sick through WhatsApp, through the different means of media that I could see her live,
right,
and pretty much falling till she took her last breath, and this touched me deeply,
right,
that there was the sacrifices. That's the sacrifice that I put in.
Career. Right. Yeah, you can go ahead and get a drink of water.
I always get choked up with this.
Yeah. No, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing, especially for those that still have very close relatives still in the home country. It's a major sacrifice, and I believe that part of the reason why I find it necessary. Part of the reason why I find it necessary to showcase these stories is because I want people to understand the actual sacrifice that you guys or that people go through when they commit to be part of the armed forces.
And that is correct.
Right. And to life. Appreciate that, right. And to appreciate that sacrifice, because it's not easy. It's there's still people, it's like, and that's not just for the military, even for people in the police force. A lot of times we think that they just machines, but no, they still people with families, with everyday problems, and everything that goes on a regular person's life goes on in their lives too, and they have to sometimes manage all that or mute all that and still be able to function with the precision of a machine in order to ensure the security or the well-being of everybody else. And for that, I mean, really on behalf of everyone here at Afro Vibes Radio, I would like to say thank you for your service. Thank you for serving this country. Thank you for ensuring that we are safe and peaceful. I mean, and that's just really from the bottom of my heart. I become speechless when it is real.
I really appreciate it, and definitely that's my experience.
Right.
And you collect what you put forth, and the commitment that I've made.
Right.
I had a lot of other families that were committed with me,
right,
and I could not let my soldiers down. I could not let the families down.
Right.
And when we do that certain commitment that all of us do throughout our lives, you decided that this is what you're going to do.
Right.
And having to be away from the family, from my grandmother, that she knew she wouldn't see me again.
Right.
My paternal grandmother that also raised me,
right,
she called for me till the day she died. And
wow,
we only talked through the phone. We only used videos.
Right.
And I didn't get to feel their warmth again.
Right.
But I knew that what I was doing count.
Right.
I knew that what I do every day counts.
Yeah. It is for a greater good. It is for a greater good, and sometimes we sacrifice self in order to serve greater good, and we appreciate you serving the greater good.
Thank you.
Yeah, for the benefit of a country. Now, to change notes a little bit into a happy note, music. You're very involved in into music.
One more adventure.
Yeah. Radio and television is nothing new for you. Give us a little bit of the background that you have on that.
Well, everything actually started from the exposure with the longboards, downhill competition and
Right.
Marginal.
The skating.
The skating that was televised in
Right.
little portions.
Right.
And then I was involved with not Manhã de Cacimbo.
Okay.
Domingo na Areia. That was Manhã de Cacimbo.
Yeah.
You know, that fails me the memory right
Oh,
now.
there you go.
I started getting involved that I even gave a block of instructions of how to do certain maneuvers or
Right.
skateboards and such.
Got you.
And I try to use the champions from that ride
Right.
in the program. So who were they?
So-
We started with Paul G.
Right.
And Zolinha.
Right.
And that's how I start getting exposure also on TV and work a little bit with TPA.
Right.
They like the voice.
Right.
Start doing some voice off with the
Yeah.
documentaries and so on.
So a lot of the and that's the important part that I want to mention is that a lot of people don't know that a lot of the voices on some of the documentaries from back then, it was actually your voice.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, which is quite interesting. Is that something that you at some point want to get back to? Either television, radio, or
I don't think it will happen
No.
today. The voice
Would
has
you-
changed, maturing,
Yeah, but-
yelling a lot,
Yeah, but
calling
there's-
the cadence in the military. You get that
Yeah,
you're done
right.
voice.
Yeah.
And
Well, but that
it
is still
changes.
necessary. I mean, there's
Yes.
room for everything, especially today with technology, right?
Absolutely.
Podcasts.
I like the
something.
podcast. I
Yeah.
like music. I always love dancing.
Right.
And you mentioned about dancing and
Yeah.
the adventures. That's how I got to meet the SSP because I was working already with Paul G.
Okay.
With the skates, and
Right.
then we start doing the break dances.
Right, B-boy. It was the
You
B-boy
can
era.
ask him.
Right.
People see how he dances. I taught him
You
some
taught
of the moves. Okay, yeah. He didn't
And-
steal. We
Right. You
progressed
collaborated.
each other.
You collaborated. You collaborated. Right.
And
So-
this is how we formed the SSP first as a dance group.
Hold on. That's whoa. Now we don't let that kind of stuff slide around here at Lusophonea because now you're giving facts, okay, real heavy facts. Okay, so let's get into it's official. Okay,
It is official.
Official announcement. Attention. So you know Paul G before SSP or anything else is going on.
Oh yes, he
Right.
studied with my brother. They
Okay.
were classmates, so he spent a lot of time in our house.
Uh-huh.
And he knew that I loved dancing
Right.
because I had all these MTV video clips when MTV was video clips,
Mhm.
and we would spend hours watching and then practicing those dance moves.
Right. So then from there he decided. Of course, they form as SSP, right? And once they form SSP, you basically, choreographing for him, giving him some of the.
No, these they did it on their own.
Right. No, I'm saying, but
we
before
did
that,
get-
to get him ready for SSP.
Oh no! Before SSP,
Yeah.
he learned spinning,
Right.
and all that
Right.
on his back. I
Right.
taught him that. You can, I
There you
put
go.
that.
and you heard of right here on Lusophonea on Afro
He couldn't
Vibes
get
Radio.
it straight. I said,
All
"You
right.
gotta curl this way." We practice all that in the living room of my parents.
There you go. So Paul G, we got your choreographer, your original
I'm your sis,
choreographer.
so we learn
Right.
a lot of things together. But they evolved.
Yeah, no,
I'm so
definitely.
proud of them.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, it's one of the first Lusophone hip hop groups.
Correct.
Gracious, I mean, dude, it's amazing. These guys have already more than somewhere around 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
30
they're
years of
about 30
career.
years.
Yeah.
But because what they stuck their guts to was one time discussing, and they wanted to write songs.
Right.
And they came up with the idea.
Right.
Why don't we do just in Portuguese?
Mhm.
Why do we have to copy what everybody's doing, singing in English?
Right.
Let's sing it, rap in Portuguese.
Right.
Hip hop in Portuguese.
Right.
They went through a lot of different changes in the process,
Yeah.
but they stuck together as a group. But many Many changes. Started first with 2, the third, fourth heading on. They have the story better than I do. But I was like a big mama there because
there you go.
I would be the one to be called on. My mom doesn't let me go to the show. Can you come talk to her?
Right, and then you would go and try to make it happen.
I will be there. I'll make sure they come back home straight.
Yeah, there you go.
And they were responsible. They were dedicated to what they were doing.
Yeah, so you the original manager, kind of coordinator.
I would say more like a protector.
Road manager.
Yes.
Yeah. You had your role on SSP.
Because they managed themselves well. They found their lines. They knew, they set up a plan and they followed through. Many times when I found out they already had we're going to perform at these places. Like, okay, do you guys have a plan for it? Because you know it's going to be late at night and you have a curfew.
There you go.
How you gonna make it? Well, that's why we're telling you.
Yeah, so you were basically gonna try to make it work.
And here I go. I was being tagging along.
Right.
My sister became one of the first dancers, along with Paul G's sister, Milusha.
Okay, and what was your sister's name?
Claudia.
Claudia. Okay, so it's because that's important for us here at Lusophonia. You gotta give names because we check the authenticity of that. Your story. When those guys check in, they're going to check the authenticity of that. And based on that, that's how we're going to put together the grid that will show the DNA of our
Absolutely.
Our stories,
you see, it does have my memory because our split happened when I had to depart for the scholarship in Germany.
Okay.
I did want to establish myself beyond. I knew that was not my call, the dance, the music. I love it. Don't get me wrong. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But I had something else that I was being called for, and that was part of the process to get where I am today.
There you go. And listen, I think you contributed to one of the greatest Angolan hip hop groups. Historically, nobody can take that away from you.
I am so proud of them because they are. I cannot take all the glory because
not
when
at
it
all.
came
Not
up
at all.
all the way when I came
But
back.
you did what you did, and that's important because people don't understand this. Sometimes the stopping or the stumbling block would have been the one right at the beginning, right? The lack of support right off the top could mean you not moving to the next level.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, we did talk about that in the projects.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And you definitely played a role in it, regardless of how big or how small it was. You played a role in it, and today they are who they are, and they themselves recognize that you played a role in it. And I say they recognize because Paul G is actually the friend of mine, the acquaintance that spoke very highly about you. Okay, he was the one who spoke very highly about you to me prior to me knowing you. Right. So and because I have a similar a story with with Paul G, which basically that's a whole other thing. Because today we gotta cover you today, so I'm not even sharing my stories. I'm not sharing my stories. Now let's go into meeting your second husband, your husband, the man that today all he plays is what's the title of that Nigerian song?
My woman, my everything.
My woman, my everything.
Yes, that African song touches him deep.
Mr. Mark Schilling. And I'll tell you one thing that I love and I admire really between you guys, and we're gonna go into a quick break because I gotta get you to pick one more song. But one of the things that I admire. Let's go into the break, and then I'm gonna tell you what is it that I admire on you two. Okay, you and your husband.
All right.
So what's your next pick?
My next pick before we go to another one. I hope I get together 4 songs because it's hard.
It's hard.
But I have to give props. I already talked about SSP, but when I came to US, I saw this young lady growing and become the wonderful woman that she has.
Right.
And she sang this song that is another motivation song for me.
Okay.
The reminder that one day I'll go back to my roots.
There you go.
And that is Irina, Angola.
Irina.
Eu amo Angola.
Eu amo Angola, Irina. All right.
All right.